Right. What's up, summoners? Blair here. So today we're gonna be doing a little bit of PVE chill in the background while we talk about the current patch, what you guys think, y'all's thoughts. Throughout the stream, feel free to ask me on thoughts of anything that was recently updated, even though I will go over the patch notes over Archdemon Mercedes, or Archdemon Shadow, as they're calling her. And then in the background, we'll be doing some PVE. So if you're ever wondering anything I'm doing in PVE, or if you ever want to see any of my PVE teams today, just let me know and I'll put them when we're not talking about stuff, since we're gonna be doing stuff. So we will wait while we wait for more people to join to start the discussion. Let's head to the to Labby, because I need to finish my adventure path quest. I don't know if you guys have that as well. Hey, what's up, Jamon? Do I have a one-shot Wyvern team? No, because I refuse to build a unit for PvE only, even though I already built Furious. So I guess that doesn't count. You know, I guess that doesn't count. But I still need to build the Simple Angelica. I just haven't gotten around to it, to be honest. Hey, what's up, Pink? But yeah, today we're gonna kind of chill, talk about Archdemon Mercedes, talk about the patch, talk about everything that has been going on. Rage set Sigurd does wonders. Yeah, I just don't have a rage set yet because I don't farm the other one. So on the background, I'm gonna be having this, and then we'll put the other stuff. So I'm just gonna put this team. I know it's not the right thing, but I hate doing Labby. I'm just doing it for the adventurous path. So while we do this, I'm gonna pull up the content update, and we'll go slowly. I know the thing y'all came here for is probably Archdemon Mercedes, and we will get to her later in the video. So first, let's just go over the patch while this goes on. And I hate doing this. So, okay. So let's talk about the patch, right? So pretty cool patch so far. There's some really nice quality of life changes. I love how like they've been sliding in more quality of life changes to the game. And making the game more exciting. Right? So overall, I'm liking the updates, right? The pace of the new heroes also feels good. I feel like I haven't had problems pitting a unit because now they're giving us 3 to 4 weeks to prepare for a new unit, and then giving us 2 weeks for the unit. So we're getting like 6 weeks between like new units. So I feel pretty comfortable, right? I really like the pacing that they're doing. Mystics still feel a little fast, but it is what it is. But yeah, I haven't done the storyline, so no spoilers, please. I'm really excited to do this one. Oh, man, I love the storyline in this game. It's still my favorite. I want to see what's happening with Mort, because Mort was kind of freaky, bro. Mort kind of freaky. This ring looks pretty nice, actually. It looks pretty solid. Special side story. I also haven't done it. It looks like it's just for fun. I've been enjoying the side story. It's chill. I mean, it's just. Let me turn on my camera too. It's just been the regular old chat side story. Nothing crazy yet. But it's still nice. The ring is really cool though. I really like the ring. There's still an enhanced artifact. This looks super dorky too. I like the skins too, dude. Everyone's talking about Bunny Kairon and the Cat Crawl. Dude, Cat Crawl looks so ugly, dude. It's actually so ugly. I don't know why they did that to poor Crawl. It actually makes me so sad. But yeah, we get the Malagora challenge. We get the gifts. You know, this is really nice. I was able to friendship 10 my Royal Light, and I'm gonna give this to Holiday Youthing next because I'm really enjoying Holiday Youthing. All right, so let's talk about the first one. So first hero discussion. Hey, what's up, Aster? Bunny Kairon looks legit, bro. Cat Crawl ugly, bro. You can't tell me it's wrong. Oh, the Angelica. Yeah, the Angelica one looks sick, too. Dude, I hate how they're putting all these skins in the side story, and I'm just like, I want all the skins, bro. I want all of them. And then there's like, nah, here's your one skin a month. I still feel like it's too slow, dude. There's no way that a multi-million-dollar company can output more skins, bro. There's no way. There's no way. It can't be that hard to redraw things, because you already have the base animations, right? I'm not an animator, so if any of y'all are an animator, just let me know. Oh yeah, all the other ones, yeah. It's just sad, dude. Like the Clarissa one was sick too. I feel like they're putting skins out at such a slow rate, dude. And they're so pretty. It's just not enough money. Yeah, because think about it. How are they making money when they're making free-to-play currency? Like, I get it. Yeah, it's nice to get the skins. But if they had more skins, then they would get there faster. People would actually buy it. I wouldn't mind if they monetize skins. Like if they release one free skin, one crystal skin, and then one paid skin. I think that'd be fine, right? Maybe that's too much wailing and people would get upset, but I think that'd be fine. They've done it before. I just don't know why they don't do it again. But Stella Cameros. All right. In terms of looks, she looks really freaky, bro. She looks like a crazy X, bro. Like, I I don't have a Crazy X, but if I had a Crazy X, I feel like they look something like this. She looks kind of wild. Like, I don't know, bro. But in terms of skills, I'm a little disappointed in terms of skills. So a big thing, this is what they changed. The only thing they added is they added the unable to be buffed effect, right? That's the big thing they added. She still gets her buffs, which are pretty nice. But this is a single target damage skill, and her base speed is not like insane. Like her base speed is actually kind of low, right? And I don't think she even gets speed from her tree. And this is the animation, which I actually think looks pretty sick. It's short and sweet. You know, we don't have a lot of short and sweet ones, but this is one of them. And usually specialty change heroes, aside from like Ross, have pretty short and sweet. I guess Doris is pretty long too. It's very. Oh yeah, it's pretty crazy that they did that for the new world. I saw that post on Reddit that they were talking about the Wonderland Tenerium. It was pretty crazy that they did that. I thought it was really good. Even though there was a lot of drama with that, they implemented it pretty well. But yeah, it's a Golem SE, which is really sad, because who does Golem? So, the skill 3, like, they really didn't give her anything. Also, dude, if I had these many catalysts, I would cry. So basically what they gave her, increase attack. When attacked, increase effectiveness by 20% when it's Earth Elemental. Besides, like, Charles and Alencia and maybe F. Flurry, like, who are you going to use this on? Has a 60% chance to make unhealable for 1 turn. Why? Why? Like, who does this help? Like, increases effectiveness by 30%. Like, this is legit. It's not doing anything. It's so specific to, like, just Earth. The defense is nice. The health is nice. No speed, though, so it's not like she's going to set up into the crazy S3. Critical hit damage by 10%. Like, yeah, nice bruiser stats, right? She had the potential to be such a good bruiser, dude. I guess Landy, but Landy's runs Guiding Light. So, like, even with this, it's like you're not touching Landy, right? So she's not doing anything. This is cool, though. It can give you greater attack. But you have to use the skill first. So, and it's only 5%. Dude, this is so RNG. 5% chance. 5% chance. You have a 5% chance to proc greater attack. We all know if this was an RV, it'd be like every 2 seconds. Though. Trust from Mbosa simply spell. Increase camera of the ally. This one's kind of cool. But again, we mentioned she's not fast. Her base speed is not fast. I just don't know what they want her to be. Yeah. It's not even gonna help that much. Like, her base stats are still trash. So honestly, kind of a trash SC. It's not RTA, it's not Guild Wars, it's not Arena. Golem? Golem, she looks lit for Golem, though. She looks really good for Golem. But, like, are you actually farming Golem? Like, how many people actually farm Golem? I want to know in the chat, how many people actually farm Golem? I farmed Golem once. For 1 week. I was done after 1 week. I never touched Golem again. I get all my Golem gear from World Boss. Why touch Golem when I can do World Boss? Will next season, so we can talk. I can answer that question right now, Tahir. There's a really good chance it'll be after Archdemon Mercedes. If it's not after Archdemon Mercedes, it would be after the new ML comes out, which I don't think they'll do that. But if it is that late, the thing about it is they could decide to be like, nah, we don't want to give FCC a rerun, even though she's the one getting the skin. Which it's like, FCC should get a rerun, right? It's unless Smaga literally decides to like give a middle finger to the community and like to everyone that's waiting for Fallen Cecilia, and for everyone that's like, oh, you don't have Fallen Cecilia, oh, you don't get this pretty RTA skin. It doesn't make sense, so they're probably gonna rerun her, and it will probably be over after Archdemon Mercedes. That's just what makes sense to me. I don't see them not doing that. That would just be silly on their part. But okay, yeah, super disappointed in this though. Super sad, dude. They probably would do that, honestly. At this point, I'm gonna talk about that because I'm actually really disappointed in Archdemon Mercedes, and we'll get to Archdemon Mercedes. I'm just really disappointed in her, which is why I'm like kind of holding off on talking about her. Celine, Sermia just made a video on it. If you have any questions on the two, I think they're really fun units. Both these units are really fun. So regardless of what you'll put, they're fun units, right? This is cool. I mean, it's nice to get these. So here are some of the how do you call these? Quality of life changes, QOL changes that are actually really good. And hey, what's up, Curtis? But these are some of the quality of life changes. Hey, that's fun. Karen's fun. But these are some of the quality of life changes for some of the different things. It's not this one. It's more right here. This is really nice too. I haven't used it, but it still looks really, really nice. Hold on, let me do it. Keep doing my daily chore of doing that. They don't show it here. Oh, this. They put it on the other, and it's actually a really, really nice thing that they added. This is actually great. Like, they actually gave us charms. Like, they actually are just giving us charms every week. This is really needed. And I'm really happy the way they implemented it, because it's you're already, like, creating these things. Like, you're always going to be able to do this. So I'm really happy with this change. This is probably one of the most amazing changes. I'm actually going to be able to upgrade gear. Like, I'm actually going to be able to upgrade gear. It's really nice. I get so many charms now. I can do Hachi. I can do... whatchamacallit? The Goblin. And I can do this every week. And I should be able to get units up and running a lot quicker. This is a step in the right direction. I really, really like it. The rest is like... they really didn't talk about that much on this patch. So, it's a pretty small patch, right? Nothing crazy. The big one's gonna be Archdemon Mercedes, and then like speculations on next Mystics, and oh, the RTA skin, the Fallen Cecilia RTA skin. So let me pull that up, and then we'll get to Archdemon Mercedes. I just want to finish the lobby so we can actually do it in the game, because they actually already put Archdemon Mercedes in the journal, which I think is crazy to me. So let me put whatchamacallit, Fallen Cecilia skin, and I think someone did like an overview. So let's let Reddit upload, because it's taking a really long time. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about Shadow skills. Okay, I know I keep saying we're gonna talk about it, so let me just start telling you guys how I'm feeling to get you guys in the mood. I'm not. That's why I'm doing this. The only reason I hate doing normal labby, dude, but I really want the Adventurer's Path rewards. But Archdemon Mercedes, I'm actually a little disappointed in her. Like, from an everything standpoint, skills, animations, voice acting. No offense to the voice actor. Like, no hate to the voice actor. But let me stop the music and let me turn up the volume of like what you guys get. Bro, let me just pull this up. I just want to talk about Archdemon Mercedes, because I'm just like, they did her dirty, dude. They did her big dirty. And it just feels like a slap in the face. Alright, wait. Have y'all seen the reveal trailer? It just doesn't feel right, dude. Like, hold on, let me put this up. And let me not put the other ones so I can hear this.
Come to me. Closer. A little closer.
Like, she doesn't give me those arts.
Until your darkness intertwines with my emptiness.
Sounds like she's trying too hard. And like,
to form
it's a really
one
good voice
pitch
actor.
blackness.
Like, she's
once you've faced me, you'll become darkness yourself.
But she sounds like those like what she sounds like is, you know, those like cookie cutter villains in cartoons. That's how she sounds like. Like, they're trying so hard to make her sound evil. Oh, I saw, yeah, I pretty much saw everything that's that sweet to it. But dude, the voice
오르비스를 파괴하기 위해 왜
it hurts, man. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. They did her dirty. I don't know what to say. And then skill-wise, I don't know, bro. I'm not a fan of the voice at all, dude. I just don't feel it. All right, let's do this boss, and we can chill a little bit, and we'll get to the skill set in a second. But the skills just look kind of mediocre. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I've never tried this team on auto, so that's why I'm like a little skeptical that they're not gonna be able to clear it. Even though I know they should be able to, but I just wanted to go faster. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's some really good English actors. Like, okay, Mortalex's voice actor. You can't tell me that Mortalex's voice actor wasn't just like nuts. I mean, I don't know. I don't have auto teams. I go for like the farming teams, like the ones that get just enough, like 46%. I know there's like good auto teams that also do everything else, but I don't want to. Builders is really good. Arbiter Builders is really good. I really like Sage Ball too. Like, I actually really like Sage Ball. I don't know if y'all knew this, but I'm kind of in love with my Sage Ball. He's just, it's so cool, dude. And like the voice lines are so good. Lilius's voice quotes are probably some of the best voice quotes. So like there's good voice lines. It's just, I just feel like this ain't E Chief, bro. This ain't E. This ain't it. Sorry, that sounded really weird. This ain't it. Like, alright, let's break down the skills and then we'll show it. I hope my team can clear it on auto. I will be very disappointed in my team if they can clear it on auto.
That is why I can now act of my own will.
But okay, so let me talk about the issues before we even get to the skills, right? So there's some issues before we even get to the skills that I want to talk about. First, the way they implemented her. We have been wanting Archdemon Mercedes since we saw her in 1010 Adventure. That was over 2 years ago. You have to realize this. This was over 2 years ago where we saw Archdemon Mercedes. And they released her then. The S3, the S1, the cool animations. She looked sick. I would have wailed for her at the time, and I barely played Epic 7. Right? And one of the reasons, the biggest reasons why Smilegate say they couldn't implement her is because they thought it'd be a hard implementation for the imprints and for the sign, like this, like the sign wise, they said it would be really, really hard. Okay, so we actually did clear it. And they said all this stuff that it's why they couldn't do it for so long, right? And then they're like, all right, we'll give you our team Mercedes, and everyone's like, finally, you know. But they kept her old animations, and they're still really good animations, right? I'm not trying to rip on the animations. The animations look really good. But they look outdated. When you look at Archdemon Mercedes S3, and you compare that to Operator Sigrid, and Operator Sigrid has that like super sick like S3. Even with units like Rylet, you still got units like even Mortalix. Like it just feels like a step above. It just feels like a step above, right? Like it just feels like she's outdated. Yeah, it's just outdated. Just the S3 on Archdemon Mercedes feels, or Archdemon Shadow, and then they don't even call her Archdemon Mercedes, dude. Because they want you to know that she's not Mercedes, because they don't want you thinking you can imprint her. Because you know how you're supposed to imprint her? In the whale shop. Think about that. The way you get imprints, they have those things for Mercedes. Those slates that you can get. Nope. You can't do it that way. They have the Celestial Mercedes, right? It's a little bit harder, right? It's kind of hard to get a Celestial Mercedes, but still, it's a Mercedes, right? You should be able to imprint her. Nope, you can't use that. The only things you can do is slates and other copies of herself. Yeah, Celestial Mercedes. You can't do that. You can't use either. Even if you could pull more copies of Mercedes, which you can't. I don't understand why they couldn't just literally put Mercedes in the unit hero pool. Like in the regular summons. Why was that so hard? I don't understand how that was so hard for them. I don't get it. And then they put her on the coin shop. And they make her 40 coins for the imprints. Yes, you can actually buy the unit there. So if you don't have the Mystic Summons, one day maybe you'll pull 4 dupes and you'll be able to get her outright. So she's actually in the whale shop. And like you need 4 ML imprints. The odds of pulling an ML 5-star are already extremely low. The odds of pulling the same 5-star ML 5-star are again really low. And the odds of doing that 4 times are again really low. I've played for 2 years. I'm a light spender. And I only have 30 coins. And they're asking for 40. Yes, I know you can get the unit. And that's the way I'm going to get her. I'm not going to pull her from Mystics. I might just get her from the coin shop. But why get her over like Arby? You know, like I'm waiting for Arby. And we haven't even touched on the skills, dude. That's the thing. All this stuff for a unit that feels outdated. And the way to get imprints, the only way you can do it is through whaling. That's literally, if you see someone with a max imprint, they either held on to their slates, which like good for them, because that's really hard to hold on to slates for that long. Or they wailed for her, right? And we haven't even touched on the skills, dude. And hey, what's up, Swag King? I really want her though because she looks really fun, and I've really wanted Archdemon Mercedes for so long. It just feels like very poorly implemented. And it kind of sucks because she looks so good. But yeah, I mean, this is still a cool animation. Like, the animation's still cool. It just feels a little outdated. The voice acting, I actually, like, I wish I could change just her voice to, like, Japanese voice or, like, another language. No offense to the voice actor, because the voice actor did an amazing job with Vivian. But it's not the right vibe. Thankfully, the imprint is not that great, right? So, let's talk about stats. Right, so since we're here, let's talk about stats. Right? So, stat-wise, the attack is really high. Like, this is actually a dummy high attack. It's almost close to Surmia, surprisingly. Her base attack. So that part is good. I'm actually really happy with that attack. The health, oh man, this health is atrocious. It's Bazaar stats at this point. If y'all didn't know, this is Bazaar stats. Yeah, so you can't even access the shop. Oh yeah, yeah. Is this? Are you talking about Jake? Are you talking about the bottom leg? How it's just floating, like the thing? It's pretty interesting. Yeah, see, like, Sammy, like, you getting 4 Athleticas, that's just bad luck, or good luck, I guess, because now you can just access the coin shop. But it's just, I don't know, bro. I feel like they just implemented her wrong. There were so many different ways. You could have literally just added Mercedes to this Covenant pool. You could have done so many different things. Like, there were so many different things. It just, they want people to wail for her, and there are some people that are gonna wail for her, but I think it was a poor business decision. I feel like they're gonna get less wailing than the other way around. Oh yeah, okay. So let's go back to the stats. Attack really, really dummy high. The health atrocious, but it's the same stats as Bazaar. The speed. All right, this is where you guys. Okay, stats are very important. She's on the same speed tier as Bazaar. And if you guys didn't know this, RTA has gotten dummy fast. Arena has gotten dummy fast. Guild Wars has gotten dummy fast, and this speed is actually on the lower side. So I'm going to get to the worth getting her after I go over the skills. So the speed is actually a little slow. It's the same reason why Bazaar usually gets outsped now. If Bazaar overall gets outsped. Right? So it's kind of telling you she wants to be a bruiser because you're not going to be outspeeding anything too big, right? You're not going to be outspeeding that T-Surin. You're not going to be outspeeding their Arbit. You could outspeed them, right? But then you have a dull, super squishy unit. Yeah, but it's like, that's what I'm saying. For her to be fast, right? She's not going to outspeed anything. So most likely a bruiser will be a good build. Unless you want to build her really, really fast to counter Arbiter Village and hope that they are not faster than you. Or that they have immunity set. Or that they just, you don't land the debuff. Which we're going to talk in a second. The new ML 5-star is this. This is the new ML 5-star to here. This is the new ML 5-star. This is the new Mystic 5-star for this next month. This is what we're getting after. I forgot the name of it. But stat-wise, kind of slow. Very beefy defense, though. This is really good defense. Right? So it's kind of saying Bruiser. She does have some effectiveness, which is nice. She has Bazaar's base stats. You can outspeed units like T-Surin, but most T-Surins run immunity now. So I don't know how effective she'll be. You kind of need a stripper to pair her up. And I think if you build a speed build, you're going to have to build a stripper with her. Because she cannot strip on her own. You're going to need someone to strip with her. So base stat-wise, kind of says Bruiser. You can make her fast, but then she'll be very squishy. Kind of like Bazaar, right? You'll probably get one shot by turn 2. Which is a problem, as we'll see in a little bit, of why that may be a problem. So I just needed to continue that on. So we're done with this part. So we can close that tab. Alright, we're back to Archdemon and Mercedes. So now let's talk about the skills, because they're still really cool skills. And I actually think she'll be pretty strong in certain scenarios. This S1, the effect is amazing. I wish more units had this. I wish there was an artifact that did this. Because if this became popular, dude, the meta would change completely. Oh, the one after this, I think it'll be Lilius. I hope it's Lilius. It might be Charles, it might be Lilius, it might be Kawasu. That's another big one, surprisingly. Kawasu is actually really big. And hey, what's up, Elliot? So this, really, really cool. I think if this became an artifact in the future, or is put on a unit that has an AoE attack. Think about this. If this was an artifact or an AoE skill, it would be absolutely broken, dude. This would actually be insane. No lie. This would actually be insane if they put this on an artifact or on a unit in the future that can do this AoE. It's nutty. It's nutty. Oh, they showed some of Kawasu's animations? Oh, like, yeah, they show the sprites. Yeah. They haven't shown, like, the ultimate animations or anything like that. But this passive, essentially what it does is Arbitrary Vildred's passive, gone. Rylet's dodge passive, gone. This skill is before attacking, by the way. So that's why I said Rylet's passive is gone. If you use S1 on Rylet, that Rylet S2 is gone. Last Rider Cross S2, gone. Fallen Cecilia's Barrier, gone. T-Surin's passive, gone. What other unit really relies on their passive? Roana? Roana? Gone. Roana's gone. With this, Roana doesn't do anything. Roana's just a tanky Soul Weaver that gives you revive for 2 turns. So, really cool, really powerful passive, right? Oh, Celine. Yeah, you do S1 on Celine, gone. It's like, it's Seaside Bologna, bro? You put this on Seaside Bologna? Seaside Bologna, what the heck does Seaside do? Seaside's useless. If you land this skill on Seaside, Seaside's useless, right? So there's a lot of units that this skill literally just completely shuts off. Oh yeah, Champ C, F Maya, A Tywin. There's so many. There is so many. And if you're wondering, A Tywin, it counters A Tywin because it's before attacking. A Tywin removes after the attack. So yes, she can shut down so many units with this skill. Now, here are some of the problems with the skill. First, the unit that it's on. As we mentioned, her speed is not the greatest. The other thing is that this is a single target damage skill. If they have immunity, you are not getting this skill through. So if they have immunity, you're not getting this skill through. And okay, Tyler, I got you, bro. I'll talk to my mommy Celine, bro. I'm kidding. But if this skill, it's only a 75% chance to land. And that's really low. When you realize that's 25% chance to just miss this skill, and another 15% chance for them to just resist it, this skill can be cleansed. This skill doesn't go through immunity, can be cleansed, and can be resisted. That's a lot, and it's only single target. That's a lot of negatives. As much as I want to hype it up, it does have a lot of negatives, right? So that's rough, but it's still very powerful, which is why you can't rule it out right away. Because we know consistency doesn't always matter when you think of units like Broman. But it's not reliable. And that's one of the things that, one of the big reasons why a lot of, so this is going to be a small side tangent, but one of the reasons why a lot of top level players will say X unit is bad or X unit is good, a big thing has to do with consistency. And that's something that a lot of people don't talk about and don't realize until you start playing more and more RTA matches. When you play 200 RTA matches, if you're losing 25% plus 15%, I think that comes out to be 30% of matches, just because our Archdemon Mercedes missed the seal passive. That's a lot. Versus a unit like all these other units are not going to be losing that often, which is why consistency is so big. It's the same reason why units like Last Rider Car are so good. It's the reason why Fallen Cecilia is so good. Because over the course of you playing the game, if you're losing because of 15%, or maybe they're high FRS, or all these different factors, and just because of the skill, that's really inconsistent. So inconsistency, I'm never a fan of, right? And this unit is on the more inconsistent side. And that hurts her a lot, as far as this is one, right? So let's talk about the rest of the kit. But it can do some nutty stuff. As we see here, this T-Surin is just gone, dude. Like, this T-Surin is not doing anything. It's just gone, right? It's just absolutely gone. The passive. Now, this passive is actually really good. I know I've just been trashing her S1, but this passive is actually like one of the best passes in the game, dude. It's so strong. It gives her so much survivability. It's like, it's having a C-set passive, but you don't have to share the damage. Because it just legit it's an empowered adamant shield. It gives her a 30% damage reduction. We already talked about that. She has nutty defense, right? Her defense is pretty high. Add that the fact that you don't need to pair her up with the knight for her to get 30% damage mitigation. That's awesome. That's nutty. And yes, if you seal a Ravi, she would not get the attack buff. She would not get all that other stuff or the push-up. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about in a second. Because I don't think Archdemon Mercedes is actually bad. I know people are disappointed in her, but I actually don't think she's bad. She's just not insane, right? And we see here like the insane one. He was a little bit disappointed. But this is too, just this passive alone It's already OP. Everything else after this is just like, wow, this is really nice that Smilegate did this for us. When more than one, you know this, after using Touch of Chaos, which is her S1, she has a 35% chance to activate Burst. Effect chance is doubled. So again, a little bit more inconsistency because this is 35% and it will only be 70% when another unit is sealed, right? Yeah, it's sealed. What this means, what this makes me feel is that in the future, they are going to introduce more seal units. I really think they're going to introduce more seal units in the future. Because this is oddly specific to Archdemon Mercedes, and I don't think they're going to keep it that way. So I do think sealing passives is going to come back in the future, because it's a really good way to deal with current meta situations. Oh shoot, we died in the... We just finished it. Okay. Let me finish this real quick, and then we're actually going to see her in action. So, yes, that's one thing that people were wondering. Yes, if you actually hit Gunther with this, Gunther can actually crit. So, yes. Seal is very powerful. The amount of things you can do with Seal are not okay. A Robbie doesn't heal off her S2. Yeah, I think that's the big... That could be a really good reason. Okay, so let's actually see her, because she's actually already in the journal, if you guys didn't know this. I hate using the YouTube. I like using the in-game stuff better. So let me see it. Yeah, I mean, it does everything. Yeah, it only counters Arby. It does counter Maid Chloe too, because Maid Chloe doesn't heal. Maid Chloe doesn't heal off her S2. I mean, it does a lot of stuff. It does a lot of stuff. Like, that sealing passive has potential to be really OP in the future. But she's actually in the thing. So let's actually go back to seeing the skills, right? Because I want to actually use them, right?
I smell living creatures.
Oh my god, dude. The voice quotes are actually like such a turn off for me for this unit. It actually is killing me slowly, bro. But this one, I mean, look at that. We just talked about how inconsistent this is. Look at that. We already didn't land it. We already didn't land it again. Granted, it's not Mola. There we got the S2, right? So that's what we were talking about.
Found you.
The S2, right? So this is actually pretty cool. Just because of this part, this passive is already OP. When you look at things like this makes it really nice because it's an AoE skill that can decrease hit chance. One thing that makes me super mad is that this is a decreased hit chance that again is for 1 turn, but guess who gets decreased hit chance for 2 turns? Arbiter Vildred. Nice. That's so stupid to me. Why does Arbiter Vildred get a glancing hit for 2 hits? But alright, that's besides the point. This is cool, right? This is actually really, really cool. It also gives her combat. So a chance to decrease hit chance. Okay, so let me read this. Attacks all enemies, can decrease hit chance, and increases her combat readiness by 25% and gains 1 focus. That's nice, right? I believe this skill also gives her focus. So you get 1 focus from this. If you proc this, you get 1 focus, right? And you see you start with 0 focus. And this is important that we start with 0 focus. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. It is pretty big that you start with 0 focus, right? It's a big deal. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. It's just all passives, bro. Like, all passives are canceled. Seal is really strong. Like, I'm not trying to hype it down. Seal is really good. It's really strong. It's a really good passive. It's a really good debuff, but it's inconsistent on her. Even if you soul burn it, it's 10 souls to get 15%ed. Think about that. You're spending 10 souls for the potential to get 15%ed. You know how mad that would make me if I'm in the middle. Let's say you're in the tournament, Shogun's tournament, 2,000 money on the line. You're about to win. All you need is Archdemon Mercedes to land this passive. You soul burn it, and you get 15%ed. You know how sad that would make me? It'd be really, really sad. So, but yeah, you're never gonna hit Spectre T with this, by the way. In case you're wondering, you're never hitting Spectre T with this. So in case you're wondering, oh, can you use it against Spectre T? Yes, but you're never gonna hit Spectre T. But if you could, you could. So I'm gonna talk about that in a second if I'm pulling for her in a second. So again, this passive I'm actually really happy with. Now the ultimate. This skill had the potential to just fill the whole kit. Make the whole kit cohesive. Make the whole kit OP. And then it did it. This is probably one of the worst S3s that I've seen in a while. It's not great. It's not great. at all. This S3 is not that good. It's an AoE attack that has a 100% chance to affect 2 burns. Against a caster next turn, right? This looks really cool. Cannot be counterattacked. You're like, can't be counterattacked? That sounds OP, right? Then you realize the ratios are kind of low. The ratios are really, really freaking low. Let me show you guys the S3 on here. Let me see if she uses it. When she uses it.
이 턴간 2개의 화성을 발사했습니다.
Like she has attack bar.
이
Don't realize
공격으로는
this.
반격이
And she looks
발생하지
pretty
않으며 추가 턴이
weak. Look at
발생합니다.
that. It did no damage. It did like 2k, bro. Like what is that? That's not damage. I guess it's not critical hit damage, but like that's odd, you know. So kind of a useless S3. And you don't want to know why I say it's useless? She starts with 0 focus. She legit starts with 0 focus. And the only way for her to get focus is by using her S1 and her S2. And you need to use S1 and S2 at least 5 times, dude. 5 times. You need to use S1 and S2 5 times before you can literally use this skill. Why couldn't they just start her with 5 focus? Like, I'm telling you, if they gave her if they gave her 5 focus at the start of the battle, she would actually be broken. She would actually be so good. She would be so good if she started the fight with 5 focus. If she started with, yes, if she started with 5 focus, even if it didn't strip, just give her Lela Violin. If you give her Lela Violin, you start with this skill, you strip immunity, and then you set up into your S1. You're a self-contained unit. You're a cohesive unit. You're a OP unit. She's not even a cleaver, bro. She's not a cleaver. That's the thing. She's not supposed to be a cleaver, but at least I want her to be able to strip. That's the only thing I want from this S3. I want her to be able to strip immunity. Because y'all realize, she has 108 speed. Last Rider Crawl will set up immunity. Cecilia will set up immunity. Buccaneer Cleary will provoke her. Fallen Cecilia will provoke her. Cerise will just lap her. What other units just... Lilias can provoke her. Granted, Lilias, it does kind of hurt Lilias a little bit. But it's really annoying. It really annoys me that they made this skill so bad. That they made this S3. But right, overall, what do I think about her? Do I think she's doo-doo garbage trash? No. I do not think... I will say this right now. She's not doo-doo garbage. A lot of people think... I know I'm ripping a lot into her for being inconsistent and not having a good S3. But then there's Broman, who's a unit that's super inconsistent, and he was popping off last season, right? So, do I think she's garbage? No. I actually think she's going to be insane for regular arena and for Guild Wars. I really do think she's going to be an OP Guild Wars unit. Because T. Surin is everywhere, dude. Like, T. Surin is actually everywhere. And if you're able to bring a tanky unit, because she is very tanky, and if you build her, counter Bruiser, right? If you build her counter Bruiser, if she counters once on that T. Surin with this S1, removes the passive, pops up into the S2, you just win the fight outright. Right? I think counter immunity is going to be the best build for her. That's the way you get the most use out of her. I also do see her being used with someone like Basar or Cerise, or even you guys want to know what would be really full, or who even the new F10, Fairy Tail Tenet, right? Fairy Tail Tenebria. So Fairy Tail Tenebria as well, pairing up with her if you build her on a speed build. Let's say you like your speed. If you build her fast, which you can, she's still gonna be able to take some hits because of the S2. You can set up into a Basar, into some form of cleave, and you can still sort of counter RV if you do a speed Archdemon Mercedes. Just know that you will always have a 15% chance to lose. And that is crushing, but if you can live with the fact that you have a 15% chance to lose all your Guild Wars, or your Guild Wars and your Arena offenses if you use her in the speed build, then that's okay, use her in speed. But if you're using her, the counter set build on immunity, I think she can actually do a lot. And I think she can do really, really, really good. So what I think would be really cool, and I really would want to try this in the future, if I pull for, and I'm going to talk if I'm going to pull for her or not. Since I saw Moises, you asked about that, if I'm going to use Archdemon Mercedes or not, am I going to pull for her? what will be really fun is having her on a counter build with a lot of HP with a Fairy Tale Tenebria. I think that would be so fun. Like, I actually think that would be really fun. Can you imagine Fairy Tale Tenebria, S3, and they all attack Archdemon Mercedes. They all get countered, or a couple of them get countered. You proc into the S2, you strip or stun, or do all these other stuff. Fairy Tale Tenebria does her S2. Dude, that would be so... That sounds so fun, dude. I can just imagine all the debuffs everywhere. Glancing hits, provokes, unable to be buffed. Oh, that sounds like a dream, dude. That sounds really fun, right? I'm a control player now, so I really like seeing a lot of debuffs. So that sounds really fun. So she has potential to be really, 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 really fun, right? That's why I'm still very, very... Yeah. Yeah, it sounds very fun. She looks like a very fun unit. But she needs immunity or she's going to get destroyed by so many units in this game. But yeah, she's very inconsistent, though. That's the thing about this S1. It's just so inconsistent. They are afraid of how powerful Seal is, and they purposely made this 75% chance to add RNG to it. I noticed Smilegate, the way they like to balance units is like inconsistencies. Like, they'll add small inconsistencies or other things. If they think something is too strong, but they still want to give it to them, they'll add inconsistencies. And they added this to her. You can literally lose a game if you miss this, right? That's why it kind of sucks. She will need really good equips. I could tell you that right now. Crown of Glory, I think it's weird. It's just there's not a lot of AoE. I barely use any AoE on mine. No. So Rylet, the thing about her is the debuff is before she does the skill. So against Rylet, you would apply the debuff, then you would hit. You would have to wait a whole other turn for Rylet to go. So Rylet still gets his S3, right? So you have to realize Rylet still gets his S3. Yeah. So Archdemon Mercedes does have a lot of problems, but she has a lot of potential to shine. Am I going to pull for her? This one really hurts me to say this, but I am not going to pull for her. Why? I don't have Fallen Cecilia, and I want a Fallen Cecilia, and there is an extremely good chance that Fallen Cecilia will be the next Mystic. If I pull for Archdemon Mercedes, who seems really, really fun, and I would definitely use and have fun with, she's not someone that I'm going to be drafting all the time, versus someone like Fallen Cecilia is just absolutely bonkers. If the next ML unit was anyone but Fallen Cecilia or Arby, I would have actually highly considered pulling for her, just because of how fun she looks and because I've wanted her for so long. Now, if you're someone that is at pity, you need to realize, even though she looks amazing and she looks gorgeous, she's going to require you to invest a lot in her. So you will have to invest a lot into her. When you get her, you have to know that she has consistency issues. She is going to miss critical seals. She is going to potentially never proc this S2. She potentially will never see a turn if she gets lapped. And that is something, if you pull for her, you have to accept. Kind of like Bysaria. Everyone who pulled for Bysaria, pull for her mostly for waifu reasons, right? But when you pull for Bysaria, Bysaria can be really strong, but she can also just outright lose you the fight. And you have to accept the fact that those inconsistencies are there. So it's tough. She does have potential as a counter unit, counter immunity, to do a lot of work, but she also has a lot of potential to do nothing. Her damage scaling is very, very low. She's very heavy on the effectiveness. She might get a buff, right? But usually MLs don't get buffed for a while. Like, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen an ML get released and be buffed within the first 6 months. The other thing is that she will always be in coin shop. So, as messed up as that is to say, she will always be in the coin shop. You will one day, like in years from now, maybe sooner, if you're unlucky, you will be able to just buy her from the coin shop. So it's tough. I personally would pull for her, and I would have showcased her to you guys. I would have rush built her. I have gear for her. I actually have gear for another bruiser, like her, for another control bruiser. I actually have a lot of gear for control bruisers. Yeah, I think Athletica was the only one. You're right. I don't know why they buffed Athletica. She didn't need it, but they did buff her. Lenny did get buffed, but that's not an ML. Like, I'm talking about new Mystic MLs. But the fact that it's Fallen Cecilia, that's the thing that's killing me, dude. The fact that it's Fallen Cecilia next, dude. Like, that's so hard for me to, like... I can't, with good consciousness, tell you to pull for her over Fallen Cecilia. And hype her up more than Fallen Cecilia. Because Fallen Cecilia is true. Fallen Cecilia has been around for, like, almost 2 years now. And she has proven herself as the best defensive unit in this game. Fallen Cecilia is the best defensive units in this game. She's one of the best arena defense unit. She's one of the best Guild Wars defense unit. She's an amazing offensive unit as well. She just does everything, dude. I'm quite far, actually. So I might just throw some summons. I don't know if it's Fallen Cecilia next or not, but this is why there's a lot of speculation. So the RTA season reward is going to be Fallen Cecilia. RTA seasons usually last 2 to 3 months, right? It started around the same time that SBA was released. So SBA, Archdemon Mercedes, it makes sense that the next one will be Fallen Cecilia, and the season will end with the new unit being released, like the new ML hero being released. So Fallen Cecilia is confirmed to get the RTA skin. There is a tiny chance that they are not doing Fallen Cecilia. And if that is the case, I am definitely pulling for Archdemon Mercedes for fun. Because it looks really fun. And she has potential to be OP in the future. But Fallen Cecilia is tried and true. And it's getting a new skin, which I know I'm going to be getting, right? I know I'm already like well above Masters. So I know I'm getting the skin, right? And like the skin looks sick. My biggest problem with Fallen Cecilia was I hated the design. And the second I saw that she's getting an RTA skin, I was like, oh, heck yeah. Now I can actually play with Fallen Cecilia and not feel bad that she looks ugly. Dude, Fallen Cecilia looks so ugly, dude. I hate her outfit. She looks so bad, dude. I hate how Fallen Cecilia looks like right now. That's the only reason I've never pulled for her before, was because of that. Was because I hated how she looked. But now that she's getting most likely a rerun and a new skin, I'm pretty hyped. So that is the unit that you see right there. Fallen Cecilia, tried and true, the best defensive unit in the game. There's not much more to say. That's the big thing. But yeah, she looks ugly, dude. I will wait till 3rd week before I even pull. If it's Fallen Cecilia, oh yeah, my mystics are going for Fallen Cecilia. No lie. Like, if you're like me and you're between the two, Fallen Cecilia is pretty good. But she will be really good for Arena and Guild Wars. So if you're a Guild Wars person or an Arena person, even RTA, she's gonna be good, right? Oh, dude, top 10 worst outfits? Dude, Fallen Cecilia would be number 1, dude. Fallen Cecilia would be right up there. Number 2 being Mui. Dude, Mui looks so ugly too. Like, Mui, they just did her dirty. She's such a good personality. I don't like Vivian's outfit either. Did Athletica rerun come? Yes. Aincross, Athletica got her rerun right before the RTA season ended. Spectre Tenebria got her first run when it was the season. There has been reruns for both. Both Spectre T and Athletica were rerun before the respective RTA season ended that gave them the skins. The skin was announced, they got their rerun / their first run for Spectre T. So to answer your question. Yeah, usually it's every banner. Every RTA has a banner, so yes, it is most likely going to be Fallen Cecilia. But yeah, it's that's how I know, or how I don't know. I don't work for Smage. Smage could literally come out tomorrow and be like, yeah, no, I don't feel like doing Fallen Cecilia. Nah, I'm not feeling Fallen Cecilia, and then there could be no Fallen Cecilia, and I'll pull for it. Yeah, so if you already have Fallen Cecilia, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Fallen Cecilia. There's a lot of information pointing towards that. All right, now I'm gonna take a quick breather. I'm gonna drink some water, but we're gonna keep talking. If you're liking the video, make sure you like, subscribe, join the Discord server, all that good stuff. And we'll have talks whenever she comes out, right? And we will have a lot of talks about Archdemon Mercedes. It's pretty interesting, you know? She definitely has an interesting kit, to say the least. What day is it today? I don't want to pop that today if it's not the day I want. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to set something in the background so I can watch some stuff while we talk about Fallen Cecilia and all these other units. I just want to see what Spirit is so I can pop this 3 hours extra drops. Earth, I don't need Earth, so I'm not gonna pop it today. Okay. Let's farm Wyvern while we talk. because that's what today is about. PvE and chill, right? It's a good time. All right. Also, if you want to see any of my PvE teams, just let me know. I can show you guys. Oh yeah. So I can talk about that too. So the matchup tournament. So you other know, Shotgun Shogun is doing another. I have a lot of 6-stars, but Shotgun Shogun is doing another tournament. Let me actually show the bracket. I think I can actually show it. I'm pretty sure I can show it. Let me get the brackets. There's a lot of really good people, and this one's huge. So I don't know if I'm even gonna make it to stream. I have a really tough person to fight against. Like, this next one's gonna be really, really hard. So I don't know if he put it here. Oh yeah, it's right here. Okay. So here's the Shotgun Shogun bracket. He won't start streaming till round 3. So I have to win 2 rounds before I can make it to the stream. Yeah, he starts streaming at this round 3. I went today against my opponent. By the way, shout out to him if you're in the stream, if you're watching the stream. They haven't updated it yet. I think Shogun said he was feeling sick or something. But let me see if I can find myself. There's so many people, dude. And there's so many big names that I recognize that I'm like, dude, this guy's actually insane. I don't know how I'm going to beat this person. Oh, look. There's Alright. So I fought Sin. Really cool guy. Had a lot of fun. The matches were really, really fun. So I think I won this match. But to be on stream, I have to beat either Lunala or Ailu Dahun. And both of them are legend level players, right? So they're both very, very strong. So this one is strong. And hey, what's up, Mark? Oh yeah, there's a lot of people here. So this is a Shotgun Shogun tournament. I did win my first match, and I don't know if I'm allowed to show it or not. I think I am. I mean, I asked Shogun in the past, but let me show. I also recorded the fights, and I might make a video of it in the future. So this is the Discord that Shotgun Shogun has for the people participating. This was the fights. So he first picked. I first picked Ross. I had the first pick this time. He first picked Cerise, which I was like, man, I first picked Ross. He picked Cerise. I was like, man, I really should have picked. Cerise myself, right? So he picked Cerise and top model Luluka. I go with old trusty Sage Ball. Y'all know I love my Sage Ball. Stene, and I wanted to play around with Ruel. I hadn't used Ruel in a really long time, and I went with Ruel. He goes Last Rider Crawl last pick, which I was like, man, Last Rider Crawl, I hate going against him, right? But I was really close. It came down to Sage Ball 1v1ing the Rylan. Let me actually show the clip of that. Y'all get an early view into the... Let's actually watch that. Let's watch the fight, because it was actually really, really good. I had a lot of fun in that fight. So let me pop that. Let me pop that open. Y'all get a sneak peek. Sneak peek of the thing. So let me mute it. So let's watch this fight. This was my Shotgun Shogun fight. Also, at any point, feel free to ask me about Archdemon Mercedes or any of the update stuff if you just joined. We just finished talking about it. But feel free to ask me about anything Fawn Cecilia, the skins, or anything. But this was the match, right? So it's the first round. So we're gonna show a run through real quick. Oh yeah, I mean Akali's a lot better now. It was a really fun match. It was a Sage Ball solo. It was a really close match. I really thought I was gonna lose this one. He had me on the ropes, bro. Sin had me on the ropes. I was like, I lost this, and Sage Ball pulled through as he does because Sage Ball is my homie. Sage Ball always pulls through for me, bro. Sage Ball is always like, I got you, bro. You need that units left? I got you. You need me to kill right here? I got you. Right? So Sage Ball really carried this fight. But he was going very hyper aggro. I was going pretty aggro as well. I picked Spectre T because he has all single target damage dealers besides Cerise, and Cerise is not going to kill Stene. So Stene is a really strong pick into all these single target damage units, right? So a lot of single target damage unit. I go for Stene. I go for Akali to speed contest the top mono Luluka and to potentially for the Cerise. I don't know what his last pick was going to be, so I assumed it was going to be fast. He goes for Last Rider Crawl. I picked Ruel because I have a lot of damage dealers. He has a lot of damage dealers and a lot of one-shot potential. So I was like, all right, this is a lot of one-shot potential. And I should have lost this fight. I'm going to tell you guys right here, I should have lost this fight. I did not deserve to win this fight at all. I think his speed tuning was slightly off, because if his Falconeer Flurry was faster than his Tamano Luluka, I would have lost. My Sage Ball is full Mola. He is. But yeah, right here, I breathed a sigh of relief, because if that F Flurry had outsped me, Sage Ball is gone forever. But his F Flurry didn't outspeed, so my Sage Ball gets to live another day. And hey, what's up, dudes? So he goes in, does the S3 in the Shotgun Shogun tournament, if y'all are wondering why we're watching. Doesn't kill. I'm like, alright, let me see if I can get some sleeps. I was thinking, can I one-shot this Rylet? But I was like, I don't think I can. So let me try to go for a sleep instead. So I went for an S2 sleep. And Sage Ball was like, I got you. I'm gonna sleep this ML Croft for you. I didn't hit the Rylet, but that was fine. The F3 resisted, but that was fine as well, because it was gonna kill me regardless. But yeah, bad speed tuning hurt him a lot right there. If he had better speed tuning, I would have already lost, right? So he beat me in draft, but I won because of speed tuning, right? So it's one of those things that you want to capitalize on your opponent's mistakes, and I was able to do that. So he kills Sage Ball ×1, but it wasn't with Tamano Luluka, so we are gonna be able to just bring it back. So we S3 Sage Ball back, and Sage Ball is gonna come back and carry. Oh, I love Sage Ball, bro. Why is Sage Ball so good? I kind of want to switch my build on him though, because he's too squishy for my taste right now. People are one-shotting him way too often. And hey, what's up, 438? But yeah, so now I'm like, can I cheese it? Because I saw it was a Violet Talisman, so I was like 40-60. If I hit this, I just win the fight. Very greedy on my part. We do miss. I really shouldn't have gone for that. I realized that hindsight, I'm like, that was way too greedy. That was super greedy. Because now the F3 gets to go, gets to heal, gets to cycle. It's on Rhino's Memoranium, which is an odd artifact, but I guess speed up. So he gets a dual attack with the Tamano Luluka, putting my Ross at death percentage. Our Sage Ball gets resisted, sadly. Made me pretty sad, because if we got slept, it would have been really nice. But yeah, it was on Violet, so I took the gamble, right? I was like 40-60, I'll take it, you know? It'd be like that. So the S3 will be enough damage since he did get the dual attack, which kind of sucked. And right here, I'm like, do I want to burn yet, or do I want to save it for Stene? Do I want to use the S1? I was really deciding what I wanted to do. I decided to just do the S2 on Spectre Tenebria, which was kind of a mistake because he had no other way to reach her. So there was no reason for me there to have used the S2. That was a waste of an S2. So that was a big mistake on my part. We do get the Soul Bird, and it ends up hitting the F Flurry and the Last Rider Crawl. Not the Tamano Luluka, which is whatever, but it was pretty nice that it hit those two, right? And now he's going to start going on Ruel because, you know, Ruel does Ruel things. But she is going to be on Water's Origin. I think he didn't want me to go to have the S3 up for Sage Ball. I thought it was odd that he switched here. I thought it was really odd that he switched here. But we get the lucky dual attack here. It wouldn't have mattered though, because I think our Sage Ball would have done enough damage, but it did kill the Falconeer clear, which is really, really good. So this was a lucky dual attack on our side. Oh no, this is not Budget King Sub. This is Shogun's tourney. Shogun's tourney, he's hosting it. This is the prelims, in case you all are wondering. So S3, nice low kill. Heal our stage back to full. Didn't get the chance to soul burn it though, which kind of sucked. And then here, I really thought about soul burning, but I was like, this Rylet's gonna go on my Stene, and he does. It does go on the Spectre Tenebria, and she's gonna die there. So again, I mentioned the S2 was wasted, because Spectre T was just gonna get targeted by the Rylet. So Rylet's sitting in a pretty good spot. Goes in, gets another dual attack. You know, we're getting both really lucky dual attacks. I soul burn to try to get a little bit more health to be able to survive just a little bit longer. To maybe see if I can get the S3, because if I survive one more turn, I get the S3. Sage Ball doesn't get the kill here with the S1, which is fine. I mean, it's expected. Keeps going on the Ruel, and Sage Ball is starting to lap. I know I need to get rid of this last Rider Cross as soon as possible, get the kill. And at this point, I kind of already knew I was going to win, because I was seeing how many focus he had, and I realized I had a perfect amount. There was no way he was going to counter. So I did the S1, got some poke damage off. He goes for an S1, lands the glancing hit, but it's over at this point. Right here, S3, and win the fight. So I kind of saw, I knew the second that I saw the focus bars and I killed the last Rider Crawl, I knew I had won. So there we go. Sage Ball one-shots the Rylet, and we win the fight. So at the end of the day, that S3 on the Rylet actually did help out a lot. So that was round 1. Round 2 was a little bit quicker, so I took away the Cerise from him because I was not liking the Cerise. And I picked a full... I saw him picking a lot of slow units. After I picked first pick Cerise, he picks F3 Rylet, I picked Ross Stene, and then I saw him pick Ravi and Seaside, and I was like, he's going so slow. And this is one of the reasons why slow bruiser teams aren't that good right now, because I just focused it down with Tamaru Luka and Assassin Kali. And it's kind of rough. He lost a draft at this point. I have way too much speed for him to deal with. Way too much speed for him to deal with at this point. So here, S3 with the Cerise. One of the reasons why I switched my Rylet from Talisman is this. Because he doesn't have Moonlight Dreamblade, it actually lands on the Rylet. And because I know it doesn't have Moonlight Dreamblade, I know this is an easy kill. So this is pretty much GG, right? He has Violet Talisman, lost the 50-50, now he loses the game for it. So that was what it came down to. So he messed that up. Akali gets the stealth. New EE would not have been possible if it wasn't for the new EE. So I get to hide Akali for an extra turn. So we get the push from top model to push up our Stene. We start harping on the Seaside Bellona. We don't get the one shot, but we don't have to. We can just follow up with a Stene. The Robbie's already silenced. We didn't silence the Last Rider Crawl, which kind of sucked. Which makes it feel like he has a high F for his Last Rider Crawl. But we kill the Seaside. Don't get the pushback because of the restrict. And at this point, it's like he can't do anything. He can't touch any unit. Y'all see this, right? I use this team a lot, and people don't realize how nasty it can be. Stealth, 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 invincibility. He doesn't get a turn. Like, after that, he doesn't get to do anything. Right? Except if he gets AoE for Akali. This team really, really nasty, dude. Really, really, really good. So, deny him. Force him to go onto the Cerise. So, at this point, he can't do anything. Force him onto the Cerise. Has to go on Cerise again. So, he can't do anything at this point. I just have too much damage, right? Stene survives, which is nice, right? So, then it was chilling. We dual attack with Stene, and then I was like, alright, this is GG. It's over. My team, the rest of my team can just solo this team. I saw where the bar for the Arabi was. I saw she was restricted, and I just started going on her, and that's GG. So, had he gone on Ross, it would have been the same result. Cerise or Ross would have done the same result. So yeah, that was the fight. So that was my first round in Shotgun Shogun's tournament. That was the 2001. So this is a new series, right? So this is a new series. Let me see if I can pull it back up. Because y'all are we're getting some new people wondering. Yeah, it's right here. So it's a new tournament. It's also by Shogun Shogun. Really cool guy, by the way. If you're not subbed to him, you should try to go sub. So Shogun Shogun's hosting it. This is the bracket. I beat my first opponent. I have to beat I Love Dahyun or Lunala to be on the stream. So we don't know if I'm going to be on stream or not. I feel confident, but I know these two players are really, 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 really good. Right, so I do have to be careful with these two. Because they're going to be coming in hot. So that's that. So yeah, I can show my Akali and stuff. Let me stop the auto repeat battle. But that's the fight. So pretty fun, right? I had a lot of fun. So it was a really fun fight. The first one, I was at the edge of my seat. Yeah, I'm gonna do my research. Let's do a little bit of research right now after I show the Akali. I'm not super happy with my Akali, but she gets the job done. I need more speed on Akali. And I know that sounds greedy, because I need more speed and I want more speed. But I'll show Akali and Camway. Thoughts on Amorin versus Acid versus Akali. Acid, best speed contester. The only problem with all these is, of course, going to be Guiding Light. So all of these guys get shut out by Guiding Light, right? Yeah, that's how I'm answering the Amorin versus Acid versus Akali. So Acid is the best speed contester, and he has the best AI, right? So Acid's AI is godlike. Acid has the best AI. So Acid, solid AI, best speed contester. If you're speed contesting, you go Acid for like really good speed contesting. Because his crit rate is like dummy high. His speed is actually faster than Akali. I think it's actually faster than Emo Rin as well. So Acid is the best speed contester. Emo Rin is also a really good speed contester. But what Emo Rin does is she can punish a Cerise. So if you have an Emo Rin to speed contest Cerise, unless that Cerise is on Guiding Light, which a lot of them are, you're able to strip and stun. So Emo Rin, a little bit more RNG reliant, but also sets up immunity. So really good against control teams for speed contesting, because at best, you stun one of the control team's units. At worst, you have immunity against the control team. So that's really, really strong, right? So Emo Rin, very, very powerful. Or if you're going against like a slower team, you can just run circles around them with Emo Rin. Akali is the best for consistent damage afterwards. And for punishing squishy, slow teams, like top model Luluka. Because the thing about Akali is you get rewarded for getting the kill, but it also makes her the slowest speed contester and the hardest to build speed contester. Yes, Guiding Light is stupid right now. I think Guiding Light is super dumb. I do need to change this. I want to change this to this, but I don't want to do it until I max it out, right? So I'm still trying to get it. I still think this is going to be your best artifact for Akali. If you're running Akali, this is probably going to be your best artifact. I'm waiting to get a little bit more of these. Maybe when I get the next one, I'll actually slap it on Akali. I just don't like how low the odds are. So once I get this maxed out, this will be going on Akali. This is probably the best artifact for her, but Dust Devil and RNL are really, really good. The only reason I'm using Dust Devil over RNL, in case you're wondering, is more because of the fact that I don't have plus 30 RNL. So I'm losing some stats and it's not as consistent. This is a lot more consistent, right? It's a lot more consistent to use Dust Devil right now for me. I run her on the EE that gives the immunity, and I am missing 1% attack because I tried and I couldn't get it. Build wise, she's too slow. Everything else, I'm super happy with. I am happy with all her stats. You might be wondering, that effectiveness, are you happy with it? Yes, it comes in clutch sometimes. But I would like to change it for speed, of course. Ideally, I would get more speed here. I get a completely different helmet because I need this to have more speed. So I can get like 8 more speed here to have a way faster Akali. This I'm not going to get anything much better. It's going to be hard for me to find anything better. I don't know why we're playing Christmas music. That's kind of weird. Not going to find anything better for a while. It's really good speed. The health kind of sucks, but you know, it still has pretty good substats, right? Can't complain. The boots, pretty nice. I'm actually really happy with the boots. It has everything you would want. The ring, this is the biggest strategy of this whole thing. This ring, y'all wouldn't believe me if I told you guys this was a quadra roll. Oh, it's a bit too loud. Let me change it. Sorry. Let me drop that down a little bit. Yeah, I changed it for the RC Mercedes stuff. Thanks for letting me know. This was a quadra roll speed ring. And it low rolled 3 times 2 speed, and it started at 3 speed, or I started like a 4 speed, I think. I don't know what it started at, but all I know is it was 4 speed rolls. 3 of those speed rolls were plus 2s. So I was pretty depressed after this. I was pretty depressed because this was a 24 speed ring, essentially. Instead of getting 24 speed, I only get 18, right? So it's tilting, but it's gear, right? It is what it is. It's still nice. It still has speed. Still has crit rate. But this is a big point of change. If I ever get a faster ring, it's going on her. And I want her to be pushing 290 speed. Right? This, again, also not the greatest. A lot of effectiveness wasted. This could have been like attack or something like that. So also room for improvement. But, you know, you try to get speed where you can, right? And I needed the crit rate. So a lot of room for improvement. And I do want to upgrade her over time, which is why I'm farming Wyvern like crazy. But I'm still happy with where she is right now. She does her job pretty well. So. It's nice. I like it. But yeah, so Akali, really good at tank busting. Punishes enemy, because if you get the kill with the S3, you get an AoE silence. So if you're able to get that AoE silence on the enemy, oof, that's GG. That's actually GG. Because then they don't get their turn 1, right? So getting the kill is really, really good. Let's say Akali. Yeah, it's nice. So do you have any other unit? I forgot what I was talking about before I went over here. Oh yeah, I was showing you all the Shotgun Shogun fight. I'm finally building my Holiday Yuffie. So, I don't know if y'all knew this. I'm waiting to get reforged pieces for this. But I am super excited to use Holiday Yuffie. She's so fun. She actually has won me a couple of fights that I should not have won. Still need to reforge it. It is kind of hurting me that this isn't reforged. These two pieces aren't reforged. But I'm pretty happy with the build. Alright, let's go back a little bit more to PvP and chill. And what do y'all guys want to talk about? So we talked about the updates. We talked about A Kali versus A Sid versus Rin. And we talked about all this other good stuff. How's that Holiday Yuffie build working for me? Man, you're gonna make me want to go back. Alright, let's go back to Holiday Yuffie. Since you guys are curious on the Holiday Yuffie. Really, really good. Really. There's a lot of times where I overdraft her, where I'm like, she doesn't do a good job here. But there are times she really shines. For some reason, she just like always dodges debuffs. It's like she has a secret passive. I primarily use it against F10A. And I use it against Bazaar as well. The thing about it, Ink, is I use her with A Tywin. That's the thing. I use A Tywin first and force them to overcommit to control, and then I'll pick Holiday Yuffie. So that's what I've been doing recently. Still need to Molagora her though. She's really Molagora heavy. Like she wants so many Molas. And I'm gonna give it to her because she deserves it. She's really good, and I really, really like her. Yeah. The units to... Oh, okay. So this is one. I made a video on her, right? But I want to make an update to that video. Because, holy cow, this unit is so stupid. And it's starting to tilt me a little bit. Fairy Tail freaking Tenebria. Alright, we're going to talk about this. Because I actually hate going against Fairy Tail. Dude, this unit... And it's so annoying. A lot of top players are building her. A lot of top players. If you wanted to know what's the next big thing that top level players are using to abuse the meta, it's Sage Bomb, it's Fairy Tail Tenebria, and Champ C. Those are the three big ones that a lot of people are doing. Dude, F10A is so toxic. I did not think I was gonna hate a unit as much as I do now. It's so toxic to play against her. But the thing about it is, there's a lot of bad Fairy Tail Tenebrias, but I just always assume they're good. Because I play like people... I'll show Tamano in a second. She's very hard to build though. That's the thing. Because if you have a slow one, she's not going to do much. You need her to be fast. Or on immunity, right? I've seen some builds at like 240, 250 speed on immunity, and it still works pretty well. She is a broken counter pick. And she's also an amazing third pick as well to punish her. Yeah, I have her, so I'm going to build her. She's very low. This is the thing too. Her mola requirements are nothing. All you need is gear. You legit just need the gear. You don't need the mola. Because all her skills, all they're doing is increasing damage. Right? Except the S1. Right? Maybe you want to add this one, but this S1 kind of sucks anyway. But this, damage. This, damage. Maybe the cooldown. Legit, all you need is this. Get the cooldown here. Everything else is optional. It's like what? 5 mola? She needs 5 mola. That's it. And she does her job and is absolutely broken, dude. Why? Dude, it's so annoying. So, to give you guys a little bit of background. So, I play mostly against legend and high champion players, right? And whenever they drop Fairy Tail Tenebria, I can either assume she's going to be extremely tanky, or she's going to be extremely fast. And it's usually the fast one. The average speed that people are building this Teneria is 280. That's how fast they're building her. That's faster than some cleavers, right? So like the only things that are really outspeeding her are dedicated speed contesters, Cerise, and cleave teams with speed imprints. And there's some out there that are 290 speed. Yeah, I always assume her to be 270 to 280, right? She's around Athletica speed, which is really fast, right? Yeah, it's even faster than Athletica. It's disgusting, right? So people are building her dummy fast. And this skill just outright wins games. If you don't have a way to deal with this skill, you lose. You actually lose. You don't have a Champ C, you lose. You don't have an F Maya, you lose. A Tywin doesn't even work against her. A Tywin does not work against Fairy Tail Tenebria because the thing is, she slaps on 2 debuffs And the artifact that most people use in the Fairy Tail Tenebrious is Sira Ren, which is the one that gives a random debuff. So that's 3 debuffs on one skill. You are praying to RNGesus that you get the perfect cleanse with your A-Tai win. So you get this skill off. The only things that are countering you are super high FRS units like Ray, Champ C, and F Maya. That's it. Everything else is not working, right? Sira Ren is the most popular artifact for her. Because with Sira Ren, it just do this stupid S3 that strips a buff. I really do think it's Sira Ren. Because the thing about it is, as long as you ban out with her, if you ban FCC, you win. Why Sira Ren over Crown? The big reason is because you have a higher chance to proc Sira Ren than you do Crown. That's the big reason. If you want to know why, it's legit that. You have the higher chance to proc Sira Ren than Abyssal Crown. Abyssal Crown is 20 to 25. Versus Sira Ren is way higher. And it makes it, Sira Ren makes it so you can't A-Tai win her. If you run her without Sira Ren, A-Tai win will actually work against her. Right? So more debuffs, it's just disgusting. Crown is good, but it's not great. The other thing, yeah, it works against her kit because you want them attacking with the provoke. There's a tiny chance you stun everyone, right? So Sira Ren is arguably the best artifact for her. Because look at this. This is disgusting. That's 2 debuffs. And that's just the S3. Now, because you use this S3, they're going to attack you. Right? They're going to attack you with the directed provoke. You're going to proc this S2 that gives random debuffs. And the random debuffs, there's only 2. The only ones that there are like provoke. It's like, okay, silence, decrease defense, or an unhealable. And then you slap on Sira Ren. With her full combo, one unit can get 4 debuffs in the time that you take 1 turn. Think about that. 4 debuffs in the time that you take 1 freaking turn. That's crazy, dude. And then if they run her with a unit like Fallen Cecilia, then you're talking about another provoke, another attack, and then you're proccing this S2 all over again. And then you're just getting hit over and over again with like a bunch of debuffs. It's so gross. It's a good speed contester. It's a win button if you have the right team. I have covered Archdemon. I covered a little bit early. Basically, has a lot of potential because of the S1, but it's going to be very inconsistent and very hard to build. That's the big one. And just know that SCC is the most likely unit to get Mystics after Archdemon. That's like the TLDR to Archdemon Mercedes conversation. But yeah, F10A, I didn't talk about her before, but she is so hard to build, right? Because you want her to be 280 speed, you want her to have effectiveness, you want her to have all this stuff. She's the new Broman. So, Broman barely sees any play anymore. Dizzy barely sees any play anymore. And they're both getting overshadowed by Fairy Tail Tenebria. It's just disgusting. Redirected Provoke is just disgusting. Because then you can even combo this with something like General Purgus. Or Ken. Or anyone you want. You know, like anyone you want getting hit, they can get hit, you know. As long as they have high HP. So very, 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 very annoying unit to go against. Some people have even started pre-banning her. Yeah, or an Idol Sheer unit. So many people have started pre-banning Fairy Tail Tenebria in the top. Like, there's a good number that are starting to ban her. She's that good. She's actually, like, really, really good. No, because she strips. That's what you have to realize. She strips. So, unless you have a Fallen Cecilia, you're screwed. If you have no Fallen Cecilia, good luck, dude. It strips. Does it strip? Oh, yeah, dispose 1 buff. Yeah, she legit just strips. It's a legit just strip. You get a strip with a broken debuff and I cannot be buffed. I wouldn't say she's the safest first pick. Because if you first pick her, I am going to put so much anti-control that you're gonna wish you never picked her. She's usually 3rd or 4th pick. That's usually a people picker. So not high enough that she's first or second, but not low enough that she can get taken away from you. I mean, it might. I would ban the F10 though. I would just ban the F10 at that point. Because she's that good. And I tend to ban her a lot. Because if you don't have speed threats and you don't have anti-control, it's a win button. It's literally a unit that says, oh, look, your opponent is playing kind of a slow bruiser team. With no FCC. And no speed contesters, no nothing. GG. Slap this girl on, you win the fight. Pray for 15%. Literally. Pray for 15%. But the thing about it is 50% more. You'd have to because if you have... Let me show you guys why CRN is the best on her. Fun fact, this can silence, right? So this can silence. And silence is basically a stun. Silence is basically a stun. For the most part. I'm already in the journal, so it's not letting me go. So the reason why I say CRN is because you have to pray for so many things to go your way for you to win the fight, right? Or you have to have immunity set. But it's a 50% chance to inflict a random debuff, decrease attack, hit chance, silence, sleep, poison. And you're gonna get you're gonna get hit by this twice. You're gonna get hit by her S2 and her S3. The only thing you can do that's it. I mean, either or. The only thing with Fallen Cecilia is that Fallen Cecilia can slap on an extra buff. You can still win with her. It's just harder. It's the same problem that Sage Ball has, right? So the reason I play Sage Ball a lot because it's another unit that's just kind of nuts right now. FCC counters him pretty hard because he only strips on buff. So stacking buffs is one way to actually beat these units. So that's why Fallen Cecilia is still really, really strong. And why most players will first pick either Cerise or Fallen Cecilia and then pick the Tenebria. Or they will go Cleave and pick the Tenebria. That one's the really annoying one. A lot of people are starting to play Cleave with Fairy Tail Tenebria. Because it's like, even if I don't kill you this turn with my Cleave, you're still provoked down. And if you try to counter Fairy Tail Tenebria with anti-control, then I'll just one-shot you. So it's like, oh my god, it's so toxic, dude. It's so toxic. It's so toxic. Like those like Athletica, CDOM, Fairy Tail Tenebria team comps for Cleave, it's just stupid. It's so annoying. They're so annoying teams. They're really, really strong teams. But yeah, Fairy Tail Tenebria. If you guys didn't know, that's a very strong unit right now. That's like the new spice a lot of top level players have been playing. And they have some insane gear on her. Like it's like 14k HP with like 100 plus effectiveness over 290 speed. You're not doing anything to that. You're just losing if you don't have anything for that. So because of that, this unit has become really strong. So Fighter Maya has become really strong. And a unit that one of my friends, one of the people in the Discord actually, so if you all know him, it's Dio. His name is Dio. He's in the Discord. He has his Champ C. And he says he gets free wins against Cerise and against Fairy Tail Tenebria with Champ C. Yes. Fairy Tail Tenebria, the only thing that's hard about Fairy Tail Tenebria is getting the gear. If you can get the gear, it's so nice. Oh, it's Wizard, in case you're wondering, it's Epic 7. It's very tactical. There's also a lot of like team making and stuff like that, but I really like it. Once you get to a certain point, it's really, really good. Let me see if I can show you all the Champ C that he has. This Champ C is actually bonkers, bro. But yeah, if you haven't played the game, Epic 7, it's a really fun game, dude. You should try it out. It's a really, really, really fun game. I highly recommend playing Epic 7. I think it has so much like flexibility and unit building. It's amazing. I love the game. Let me see if you put it in the Discord. So let me see if I can find the Champ C. So this is not the legend player, guys, but this is someone that will give you an idea. You're not winning against this if you're playing control. Look at this. You're not beating this with control. Champ C is actually one of the best units right now. See? Look how tanky that is. And you'll try to focus it down with your control team. And you have to realize this was him before Reforge. Right? So he's losing stats. Champ C takes a lot of Mola. So just know that Champ C takes a lot of Mola. He has finished his Champ C. I think he finished reforging it. But you're not killing this. He's still going to hurt you a lot if you're playing control. And he'll just scale really well with the end. This is another one. That's also really, really strong. This was more of an aggressive one. Same idea, a little bit less tanky, but a lot more damage. He's going to be hitting pretty hard, right? So really, really good Champ Cs, right? So Champ C, a unit you should consider building. Fairy Tale Tenebria as well. I think this is like, yeah, this is one of the speed ones. Look at this, dude. This is so toxic. So this is to get, this is so toxic, dude. Look at this. Bro, one of the people in my Discord are so OP. He uses Abyssal Crown, but I still think that Zero Ren is better. But look at that. This is disgusting, dude. Like, you try to focus this down. And look how fast it is, too. That's just... seeing some of these builds sometimes make me depressed, dude. I get depression looking at some of these builds sometimes. Let me see. Here's another one. This is a tanky one. Some people really like this version with Etika Scepter. This is more of like the Bruiser ones, right? So there's some Bruiser ones running around if you really don't have speed gear. Immunity speed with good effectiveness. Bruiser ones are also pretty good. So this is the other tank F10A that if you really hate speed, it's not as broken in my opinion, but it still will win you fights, right? It still will be way too many debuffs for your opponent to take care of, and he's using it for the provoke, right? So very annoying control unit that he built. So someone asked me this earlier. I know I haven't shown it yet. My top model Luluka is too slow, dude. It makes me sad to say that, but it's true. She's too slow. Right, so my top model Luluka right here. She's a little too slow. Only 238 speed. I need her to be 245. I get outsped way too often by Rylot. That's the big thing. Rylots are outspeeding me now, which sucks. I like everything else. I legit just need to squeeze out 7 more speed from somewhere. Probably here. Probably the helmet. I might drop a little bit of the attack, get a little bit extra speed, and get that little bit of extra critical hit chance. Short gameplay. Yeah, I can do a short gameplay before I go. Let me just do one last RTA. Oh, I dropped below legend. Feels bad. Alright, I'll do one last game, so you guys can see some of the stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff in coming up. Archdemon Mercedes, I don't know, dude. The meta is way too fast. The meta feels way too fast for Archdemon Mercedes to do too good. Like, there's so many good control units, and there's so many good control bruisers. It's tough. Oh my god, dude. We're going against this guy. He uses Fairy Tale Tenebria, so I'm actually going to let him keep it. He uses... Oh, I think he uses Fairy Tale Tenebria. I won't ban FCC, because... Oh, he's going to pick FCC. Never mind. He's going tank this time. Or, no, I remember now. He picked this, and then he picks Fairy Tale Tenebria. It's disgusting. Yeah, my top model Luca is a little bit on the slow side. I need to squeeze a little bit more speed out of her. So he picks Fallen Cecilia. Very, very good defensive unit, right? I want to take away the Cerise. I want to take away the Ross. He's probably going to pick either full tank or he's going to pick the Fairy Tale Tenebria right here. Yeah. Oh, there it is, bro. We were just talking about her. This guy's Fairy Tale Tenebria is disgusting. I'm going to let it go through. I'm going to lose this game because of her. Because she's going to be way too fast. And this is way too tanky, right? I'm just going to lose to this. He's going to put 0 damage, and I'm probably going to lose this fight. But okay, let me try to counter it, right? Let me try to counter it. Let me just try, right? I'm not going to put any damage because I know he's not going to put any damage. So I'm going full lockdown. Let's see. Let me get that Angelic Momo. Yeah, I knew I've played him before, dude. I'm so glad we get to play him right after our Fairy Tale Tenebria discussion. Which bit said, I think chest and helmet are the easiest speed set because they require the least investment. Alright. We have to ban the Rylot, right? So this is what you would think, right? Oh, ban the damage, you win, right? Nah, dude, he's gonna destroy us. Alright, but if we're gonna... Let me think, who do I want to put? I'm actually put Elena. This is gonna be a really long game if I do this, though. Do I really want to do this? Do I really want to do this? Not really. I want to put a damage dealer. I put Apocalypse Robbie. And we're gonna ban the Rylet. But look at this, no damage. They're using, I'm pretty sure he's using, we'll get to see it. But look at this, no damage on his side, I'm still gonna lose. It's a Timeless Anchor in case you're wondering. That's why I picked the Apocalypse Ravi, because we might be able to cleanse some of the debuffs with Timeless Anchor. So he bans the Momo because of the F10A. This F10 is probably outspeeding me, and if not, it's going to be really close to outspeeding me. And we're going to lose to Less Ridercraft, of course. Because that's the damage right there. No, because it's too much debuffs for me to deal with. The thing about it is A-Tywin would normally beat her, but I'm not going to beat her now because of that. And look at that. Full immunity on his team. It's an immunity Stene. My Cerise is at 286 speed. That's a 270 speed F10A. That's a 270 speed F10A on immunity. Just let that sink in. You can't speed contest that. Like, what are you going to do to it? Nothing. Alright, I'm pretty sure he uses Zero Ren. So look at this. I'm not going to get to play the game, by the way. I'm just going to watch, because I'll probably get provoked down. Let's see if I get lucky with 15%. So I get really lucky with 15%. But look at this. Now it goes to S2. Now my Tywin's silenced. So look at that. The S3, complete bust, right? Still losing because look at all these debuffs. Silence on Ross and A-Tywin, they're useless. They're out of the fight, right? They're gone. They're not doing anything for a while. Cerise now is provoked because of F-Chlorine. I'm taking this huge L-Craw S3. And the Fallen Cecilia is going to S1 me here. That Fallen Cecilia is going to S1. Provoke my A Robbie or something. And then proc the Spectre. Oh, he's going to S3. But I'm so screwed, dude. I am so screwed. There's no way I win this. I don't see my win condition here. I don't even know who to go for. I guess we'll go on this. I guess. It's lagging a little bit. But this silence is actually going to kill me, dude. Alright, we took off the immunity, which is nice. But I'm wondering if he's using Etika Scepter on his. Because I didn't see an artifact proc. Gets the one poison, which is annoying. I think one more tap and he kills it, actually. Alright, my Cerise is almost dead. Look at that! Because she's provoked! It just procs again. Dude, this is so toxic, dude. This is so toxic. And she's so beefy too, dude. Holy crap. There's a small chance I win this, actually. But it's not looking great. It does not look very good for us. See, he almost has S3 back up. Those poisons are surprisingly annoying too. Lame Meeks was in the tournament, and he's a very powerful player. Now you see this A-Tywin, how he's provoked. That means she's gonna proc S3 again. And we're not gonna get the A-Tywin S3. Like, he's actually running circles around me, dude. And I can't do anything about it. So, very good player, right? So you guys can see how Fairy Tail Tenebra can literally just win a game by herself. Like, with the right support, it's just too much. It's too many debuffs. And the tanks will just carry the rest of the fight. He's just gonna win off of all of this stuff. Look, right here. Boop. S2. Another debuff. He's gone. Like, what do you do, dude? This is so disgusting. I should ban FCC against him. It only works with Fallen Cecilia and Elcraw. So if I wanted to not see this, I would just ban Fallen Cecilia. Right? So if I really didn't want to see this, I would just ban the Fallen Cecilia. The only reason I'm staying is because I still have a tiny hope that I can win. So look, we already got the provoke. I want to provoke stack. Alright, so we got rid of the first provoke. That's nice. I need her to start countering though. Yeah, there we go. Let's go, Ravi. Can you carry me this fight? Nope. That procs it? Dude, that's kind of broken. That's really annoying, actually. I don't think my A-Ravi... If it was Ravi, Ravi might have been able to do it. Yes, there's actually a lot of F10A defenses now. They'll run like F10A, RB, and like another high damage dealer, like T-Seren or something. This F clear is just healing too, dude. I'm pretty sure we lose, but alright. This is, like, I'm pretty sure we lose. There's no way we win with A-Ravi, but yeah. I told y'all, F10A actually starting to become a huge threat in the meta if you build her right. Like, it's so many debuffs. I have a Timeless Anchor. You have to realize that. That's the only reason I'm still even in this game is because of Timeless Anchor. But he finally got the debuff that he needed, and I'm not cleansing it, so... That's gonna be really hard. I'd have to get another Timeless Anchor proc. Yeah, Timeless Anchor stopped procking, but we're still procking counterattacks. Because we attacked, more debuffs. There we go, we finally healed it. Nice. I think he has S3 though. Yeah, he does. He's gonna soul burn it. That's GG. This is why I banned Fallen Cecilia. I shouldn't have banned the RB. I should have let him keep the RB. I should have banned the Fallen Cecilia, pre-banned it, and then I wouldn't have seen this tank. But yeah, I'm glad we got to see it, and you guys got to see it. Now y'all know F10 is kind of OP. Y'all saw how many debuffs he was putting out. Y'all saw how tanky she is. Y'all saw how fast she was. There's nothing you can do against that. 260 to 280 speed, F10As with good defensive stats and high effectiveness. GG, you're not doing anything against them. But yeah. Feels pretty bad, man. But alright. Yeah, that's a rough team, right? So that's why I started banning Fallen Cecilia. If y'all don't know, my usual pre-ban is Fallen Cecilia. So S2, the thing about it is because of the Fallen Cecilia provoking. So against Lamix, I have to remember ban Fallen Cecilia. Ban Fallen Cecilia. But if I ban Fallen Cecilia, he plays this super broken cleave team with RB. It's so annoying. Yeah, you would need all this other stuff. But y'all can see how a Champ Serrato with the Angelic Montmorency would have won me the game. Y'all can see that, right? If my last pick had been, instead of the A-Ravi had been a Champ C, he would have had to ban the Champ C. I would have kept the rest of my team, and it would have been a lot closer. So that's why, again, F10 are really strong. Controls to counter are really strong. Y'all can start seeing that. Why Champ C is so strong now. Why Fairy Tail Tenebria is so strong. If you don't have the answers to Fairy Tail Tenebria, you are going to lose the match. So that's all. I'm glad y'all got to see that because we just finished talking about her. So pretty spicy stuff. But alright, y'all. I am getting the stream early. I'm still trying to get back into it. I'm having a lot of fun though, but I just came back from a very long break over the New Year's. So I'm glad you guys are having an amazing year and having a good time. But my voice is not what it used to be. I need to start building it back up. I went from an hour and a half stream to an hour and 40-minute stream. So we're slowly moving up, right? So hopefully y'all have a good New Year. But that's going to be the end of the stream today. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, join the Discord server, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. We will be doing more fun stuff in the future and doing more RTA, doing more building accounts and stuff like that, and more discussions. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Make sure you subscribe if it's your first time here. And yeah, I also post a lot of Epic 7 videos. So thinking about doing Smash Night maybe on Sunday. We'll see how that goes. But alright, that's all I got for you guys tonight. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.